My dad's got a big favour to ask you.
I'm really not sure. I wasn't even planning on going to the hospital ball.
Oh, come on. Ali's been given a research grant. Someone's got to give a little speech to introduce him, and I thought, who better than you?
That's a great idea, Shaq. Maybe you could start with some funny stories of our time at university. Maybe about how we met. Although, don't go into too much detail, obviously. Want to keep it PG.
Dad, too weird.
I'm really not much of a writer. I wouldn't even know what to say.
Start with something personal. Like how I saved your job.
I'm sorry. I'm just not that comfy speaking in front of all those people.
Well, I could help. My wedding speech was hilarious. I know I didn't actually go through with it, but if I did, that speech would have killed.
I said no, Shaq.
My dad saved your career. You can't do this one thing for him.
You know, if Misbah doesn't want to write the speech, then let's not force her to do something she doesn't want to.
Hey, you know what? Just forget it.
Wait. You're right. We'll do it together. I'll write you a speech to remember. Dr. Ali Shahzad has had a distinguished career.
And he's not too bad with the ladies.
And he is well respected in his field.
I thought we were supposed to be writing this together.
We are. But Ali's receiving this research grant because of his achievements in medicine, not because of how charming he is.
Mom, that's boring, all right? You need a cheeky icebreaker. Here's a good story. Dad told me about these two nurses, right? Both blondes, not the sharpest tool in the boxes, but...
Already dripping with casual sexism. Yep, that's definitely an Ali story.
Whoa. Don't go calling my dad a sexist.
I wasn't. I said that was a sexist story. You want to be careful talking about women like that. You don't want people getting a bad impression of you.
You know what? Why don't you just make a speech about how my dad is some sexist pig with no redeeming qualities? Because that's clearly what you think.
Shaq.
He saved your career. Would it be so hard to show him a little bit of gratitude?
I wouldn't have been suspended in the first place if it wasn't for Ali.
This is still about your ancient history, isn't it? Look, he should not have pressured you into getting an abortion. But he was only trying to spare you judgment from the community. I've forgiven him. Why can't you?
Maybe because I don't view Ali through the same rose-tinted spectacles you do. You might think the kind of things he says about women are acceptable. But not in my house.
Well, if you haven't got one good word to say about my dad, maybe I should just go live with him instead.
So please raise a glass to Dr. Ali Shahzad. We wish him all the best with his research. Not I wish him all the best.
I'm using the royal we.
Oh, well, I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. This is like old times, isn't it? Me grading your papers. You always did struggle with the personal touch.
Meaning what exactly?
Meaning, this little speech of yours reads like it was written at gunpoint. Where are the jokes, the compliments? I know you're not my biggest fan, but I never knew you disliked me this much.
I'm sorry you don't like my speech, Ali, but I'm not writing another. It's fine. It's for a hospital ball. Hardly the Oscars.
Oh, tell that to Shaq. Because he's really looking forward to seeing his dad celebrate his research grant in front of all those esteemed doctors. I am part of Shaq's life now. You can hold on to old grudges and risk alienating him, or you and I can start over as friends again. For our son's sake.
I suppose I can make some tweaks.
And there is my Misbah I remember. Always eager to please.